Good morning. I feel tempted to sing the good morning song that I usually sing to Linky. Linky's our youngest. He's going to be 2 in a couple months. And I sing a funny good morning song to him. Anyway, I'm hopping on real quick. I'm going to try to keep this to a few minutes. I will kind of get ready, but I probably won't get the whole way through my makeup. I just want to keep this brief and just kind of give an update. So I got my Invisalign 2 days ago. So I'm technically like on day 3, but I am not technically like on 48 hours yet, if that makes sense. So I'm a bit of a math brain. So I'm like, oh, it's technically like I just started day 3, but it'll be 48 hours at like 1 o'clock or 1:30. But I wanted to talk you through the process of getting the actual trays and getting attachments on. So I do have 2 little ones in here watching their iPads, but I started talking and one's already wandering over this way. Yes. You say hi? Say good morning. Good morning. So what's crazy is like I'm looking at myself in the camera right now and like I can't, you can't really see the attachments. I do not have the Invisalign in. I wanted to show you putting them in. But I do have a ton of attachments. So you can see a little more on this tooth. I've got 2 on this one, which are very hard to see. But there are 2 on this front one. And then there's lots and lots. Down here, I don't have any on the front 4. There's one here. There's a lot like in the back. And again, those attachments, what's awesome about that is like they're able to help from my limited understanding in my logical brain that's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So I might not be explaining this perfectly, but it helps move the teeth in directions, obviously, that just the trays wouldn't be able to do. So like whether rotating or, so it just helps put some torque on those teeth to get them where we need them. Otherwise, you'd need metal bracket braces. So I feel much better this morning. Last night, I was like kind of at my peak in terms of discomfort. And honestly, like I wouldn't even call it pain. I would just call it uncomfortable. You're just like, oh, you're aching. My molars especially are hurting because from what I'm understanding, they have to kind of pull everything out first to make space and then start pushing these in and things like that. So my back molars on the bottom were hurting me. By last night, I was like, I got to go to bed just so that I can stop hurting. So 2 days ago, Linky, no. Okay, go get your iPad. Where is it? I went in. And so they basically have a set of trays that they're going to first fit you with. So if you're considering Invisalign, I'll kind of go through the process for you just so you can understand. But basically you go in. Yeah, that's your iPad. Good. Can you sit here? You sit? Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so you basically come in and they have to like prep your teeth, I guess is how I would explain it. So first, obviously you rinse and they kind of clean them off a little bit. And then not like a cleaning or anything, but, just making sure all ready. Then they put this, what they described as really bad tasting sour stuff on your teeth. I thought it was kind of good. They were like, we're so sorry. Here comes the sour stuff again. I was like, I think it tasted good. And I'm not particularly like a sour person and like someone who likes sour, but it was fine. So they had me a little freaked out that it was going to taste horrible, but it wasn't bad at all. They put that on your teeth. And from what I've seen just from others, like orthodontry sites that explain this, it's like it kind of makes your teeth more porous and ready for the attachments to be put on. Then they take an initial tray, not these, and they then they dry your teeth really, really well. So they dry them off. And then they fill what will be the attachment lumps in the trays with the, whatever that is that they put on there. I don't know if it's like a bonding thing. I don't know exactly what that stuff is called. If you do know, comment so that we could be informed. I could have Googled it, but I didn't. They put it in there and then they just pop it on your teeth. Then they cure it and then they pop it off and then they're on. And that's it. It's super simple. It's painless. It's uncomfortable because they're, having to open up your mouth. So this is the kit that you get. So especially because of COVID, you're doing most of your visits virtually in terms of like checking on you, making sure that your teeth are progressing the way that they're supposed to be. So they give you this kit, and this is basically what they use in the office as well. You have this like crazy contraption, which I didn't even open yet, that holds your mouth open. It's not cute. You want to see it? I like that. I like that. It's not pretty. But this is so that when I'm at home, when I switch my trays in 2 weeks, I pop this in, I show them my progress, I show them the new trays and make sure everything's fitting okay. And that's it. So they're using something similar to this in the office to hold your mouth open that whole time. I forgot to mention, they also they thoroughly dry your teeth before they put that stuff on that helps the whatever stick. So it's just a little uncomfortable in terms of like, oh, your mouth is dry, they're suctioning, making sure no liquid is getting on, your saliva is getting on your teeth. They have to keep them dry while they're doing this process. But I would say from the time they actually started until they finished putting on the attachments, it could not have been more than 20 minutes. So that was very fine and comfortable. They walk you through everything. They give you all your stuff. So you get an Invisalign little case to put your trays in, like if you're out to eat or something. You pop them out, put them in here. They tell horror stories of people like wrapping them in a napkin and they get thrown away, which is a nightmare. So they really encourage you to use this. And then they give you these munchies. And I want to talk about this. This is so funny. My sister was laughing at me last night. Let me pop these in so that they're in. So if you're not aware, you're supposed to be wearing them a minimum of 22 hours a day. They strongly encourage that you do not take them out for more than 30 minutes at a time. They're saying at 20 minutes, your teeth already start moving back. So at 30 minutes, it's like, you should really get these back in. I think you can, like if you're out to eat or something, you can certainly stretch it to 45 minutes or something. But you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you can't get them back in. Like that's a problem. So I did clean these this morning, but I'm like noticing a little bit of, residue. So I'm just going back. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I pop these in. They're still a little bit tough to get in, especially because I have what my sister lovingly refers to as a snaggle tooth. So it really protrudes. And so I have to aim for that one first and then get it in. But I'm getting pretty good. I'm going to jinx myself. That's it. That's in. And that's what they look like. What's funny is I am lisping a little bit. I wasn't initially. Now I am. I think it's because I'm a little tired. My lips are a little bit sore. And so I'm conscious of that. And I think it's affecting the way I talk a little bit. But I don't think it's overly noticeable. I think I can feel it more than you can hear it. And then likewise with the bottom tray, I have another snaggle down here that's a little bit tough. Actually, this attachment was pretty sharp and I didn't really notice it until you're eating a few times because obviously it's covered if I'm not eating. And then I noticed this morning that my lip was pretty sore. So I took a really fine nail file and just touched it a tiny bit, tiniest bit, just to get that sharp piece off. And it already feels a million times better. So same way, I got to kind of aim for this guy first and then pop the rest on. That's it. Then you have these munchies. I think sometimes you get what's called a chewy. These are called munchies. It's a good way to just make sure that they're fully on. And then my sister was laughing at me. So we had a book study last night, and she was laughing at me so hard because I was hurting last night, like pretty sore. And I was like, I feel like a teething baby. Like I wanted to just like chew on something. So at some point I just got this out. I was teething. But I'll talk about that. So the munchie things are actually really good to help with your progress. So I'm not gonna be able to put makeup at the same time. I'll do my best. Anyway, so there's 3 sides you can see. So one is like a smaller side. That's for your bottom teeth. It has a small ridge in it. Then this one has a little bit wider and deeper of a ridge, or higher. I don't know. And then this one, no, Nikki, no, don't touch my glasses. This one has like little dimples. It's actually a hole that goes the whole way through. So the small ones are for your bottom teeth, and you're supposed to do every night 30 seconds per tooth. So you're biting down for 30 seconds, and the middle one, other one, 30 seconds each. And then, Logan, mommy's recording. Can you go get dressed, please? And then the top. This one. I locked the door because Logan was taking the shower, and I was worried that he would just come running in here in the buff. What, bud? Okay, you're going to have to wait. In here, you're just going to have to wait. Sorry. And then your top 4. So what's funny is I can't really get to that one. I can do my best, but it's hard. And then this dimply one is for these. I think these are canines, right? You're supposed to be able to bite down on both at the same time. I can't. So I can do the top one and kind of swing my jaw. And then the bottom one, it's like impossible. I can just push on it. So, and then the other side, I'm good. So 30 seconds each. What that's doing apparently is helping to stimulate so that the bone allows for more movement of your teeth. And honestly, in the beginning, when you're sore, you want to do this anyway. It feels good. So, hey, bud, I need you to wait, please. So that's the munchies. I went into the office yesterday. Like I said in my previous video, my husband and I own a business. I went in yesterday. I didn't say anything. We wore masks for parts of it and then parts not. Nobody noticed. I went out to lunch with our girls because one of our girls that works in our office is her birthday. And, I just had to sneak away to the bathroom and get and pop out my liners and then come back. And then I set a timer for myself just because, like I said, I want to be really compliant. I don't know how much that'll wear off in the future in terms of like being super anal about keeping track of time when I have them out. But I just wanted to like remind myself and keep an eye on it. And so I just allowed myself to eat. And it was, I did order like a salad, and I didn't even touch the croutons because I was like, that's going to hurt. I'm pretty sore. They say that with your first set of trays that, you can be uncomfortable for like 3 or 4 days. But after that, it can, like, it's when you switch a tray. So they gave me my first 3 sets of trays. So I have 6 weeks worth, and then I'll go back in. But when I switch to my next one, I'm sorry, 1 second. Children. Any other day, you'd be like, dude, I just need you to go, get dressed or whatever. Today, he has to keep banging on my door like a crazy person. Anyway, so when you switch in the future, it's not, they said the discomfort only lasts about a day because now your teeth are already kind of used to being moved and are, I guess, for lack of a better word, are looser. So they'll move into the spot that the aligners are trying to get them to faster. So that's good. But today, like I said, I feel much, much better. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I, went out and got myself a little kit of things that I would need. I had forgotten that we'd be going to a restaurant tomorrow. Tomorrow from the first day I got them. So I didn't go out and get all the stuff I needed right away. And then yesterday morning, I was like scrambling to get a few things because I was like, oh, shoot, we're going to a restaurant. I need a toothbrush. I need a travel toothpaste. So I went and got myself that stuff. So again, at the first visit, you're getting this. You're getting this pretty box. And inside was that thing for your trays, plus crystals, which I took out of there. They're in my other bag somewhere. So they give you crystals for cleaning your trays once a day. It just helps remove like any, buildup or plaque or anything that's on them. And then after that, you can just use like denture cleaner, like an Effordent. Here are my next 2 sets of trays, and then, instructions and stuff. And this was cool. This I had not heard of. This is an aligner. It cleans your aligner, but it's also supposed to help whiten your teeth. So like if you're out and you can't like fully clean things, they say to spray this into your aligners like a foam and then pop them in. And you just spit out the excess, but it's supposed to help, like I said, clean the aligners and whiten your teeth. So that's nice. And I was surprised. It's really sweet. Like I thought, oh, this might taste bad. It was good. I actually used it last night just to see what it was like. Plus it's like, hey, if it's whitening my teeth. And all of these things, like you can order more through Invisalign. I don't know if there's like a knockoff for it yet or not. I haven't looked into that very much. What else? Then you get this crazy contraption like I showed you, and you download the app. There's an Invisalign app, and that's basically how they track your progress so that you don't, there's as little contact as possible, and it's as convenient as possible. What else? Is that it? Yeah, I woke up today with a little bit of a headache just because I think it's a lot of manipulation in your mouth. Is that all I wanted to say? I think so. Do you have questions? Like, what are your questions? The questions about the migraine side or the Invisalign side? I had a lot of response on Facebook, when I posted this to Facebook. So I'll do that again, and, I'll pay attention there as well. But you can certainly leave comments directly here. Like I said, it's not like I'm expecting some like huge following, but I do want to be able to reach anybody who wants to see it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember because children are distracting. So I'll take down notes. Hopefully that was helpful just to kind of get a feel for what are the first few days like. Just like everybody says, nobody's noticing them, even though I feel like they're pretty obvious. But yeah, I guess, they're not so obvious, certainly not as obvious as braces, So I'm happy. I'm super happy. I was just happy to be there on Monday. They were like, oh, we're so sorry if this is uncomfortable. I'm like, are you kidding? I'm just happy to be here, like to finally get this started. So yeah, please let me know what questions you have or what you want to hear about. I'll definitely keep you. Oh, I do want to say this. I was concerned about switching from my orthotic, which I don't know where it went now. So I wasn't clear in the last video. The orthotic I wear while I'm sleeping. I could also wear it during the day if like it's awkward to wear. It's not like you're gonna lisp with it, and it's not something you would want to wear all day, like if you were interacting with people. But they did say like, hey, if you're just driving or whatever, you could pop it in. So I did do that a lot. And especially if I had a migraine, I would put it in to try to like just ease my jaws. I was worried about not sleeping with that because obviously while you're doing the Invisalign, your teeth are changing and that orthotic is fitted. They 3D scan you. So it's fitted to your teeth. So you cannot continue to wear that orthotic. So I was like, what if I wake up in pain and stuff because I'm not wearing my orthotic? But what happens is the trays in the back, I can't fully close my mouth. Like that's not you know, so because your molars hit in the back first, I can't really clench down anyway. So that was like one of my thoughts. Like I wasn't super concerned about it, but I thought that might be an issue. Like I might start clenching real bad at night and stuff, but it really, they did reassure me that the aligners prevent you from doing that, but I don't know that I fully believed them. But it seems to be the case. Like I didn't feel like I was clenching at all. I mean, or that I was able to, I guess, like maybe if I was trying to, it just doesn't allow you to. So that was really reassuring. And then in the end, when we're all done, I'll just have to decide if I want to get a new orthotic again. Those orthotics are $800. So, and they would have to scan me again because obviously I'll have new position of my teeth. So I'll have to make a decision about that at the end. If I want to like kind of switch nights between Invisalign retainers and an orthotic, which the orthotic would essentially do the same thing anyway, because it's fitted to my teeth. It can act as a retainer, but also has that nubbin behind it, which I wish I could find it. I had it right here. Oh, maybe. Nope. I don't know where she went. I lost her. She's around here somewhere. Anyway, but I showed it in the previous video. So if you look at video number 1, you can see what that looked like. Anyway, so I'm happy. This got long when I said I wouldn't let it get long. So hope this is helpful. Let me know what questions you have, and I'll check back in maybe when I put the next set in. So I'm switching mine every 2 weeks. And you set the app on your phone so that it reminds you when to switch and all that kind of stuff. So, and like I said, I have those trays already. And then if my teeth are like responding well, then they will, might even say, not immediately, but at some point they might say, like I can switch trays every week rather than every 2 weeks. So I have 30 sets of trays total. So if they switch me to every week at some point, that would be awesome because that would get me through even quicker. So fingers crossed that my teeth do what they're supposed to do. I think if I keep using that munchie and obviously leave them in as much as possible, I think I'll be in good shape. The baby's playing in the sink, so I have to go. Bye.